And the truth is, when you honor women, you're inspiring other women to do the same thing, to know that you can do it, you can get something done. I think that's what it takes. You have to put in the hard work. Nothing comes easy. If you see anybody doing something and then you're like, wow, look at that, it's because they're working hard, for sure. And not always because they want to.
You try to do everything that you do as a mom, do the best you can, do your work. You know, it's just such a juggling act. And to do it with grace is a tremendous honor for me.
I think the biggest lesson I've learned is to really love yourself. I think it just comes down to individuals and your chemistry with them and how they make you feel and how you make them feel. And I think you could be old, you could be young, you could be whatever, as long as you're an adult.
It's no secret to anyone in this room that style is an important expression of an extension of who we are as artists.
There's nothing wrong with showing your vulnerabilities and who you really are. I don't regret it. I always do what feels right in the moment. I follow my gut and, you know, for better or for worse, and that's what it is. There's something now, something new that defines you as a person, not just that you were a mother, but that now you understood that happiness, health, and the well-being of another person is more important to you than anything else in the universe. I do easily forgive, it's true. I'm not sure that I forget, and that's always the hardest part, is to kind of heal. I don't let the opinions of others really influence how I think about myself. And that took a long time, because in the early part of my career, I did, and it made me feel really bad about myself. So I came out and I had my first song went to #1, and my first album went to #1, and my first movie went to #1. I was like, yo, I'm killing it. And then everybody was like, she can't sing, she can't dance, she can't act, she is just a pretty face, or her butt is big, or whatever they were saying about me. And I started thinking, yeah, that's true. And it really hurt me for a long time. And then I started realizing I just kept going. You asked me what I did. Despite the hurt and the pain, I just kept going. And I just couldn't allow myself to let that become who I was. I was like, no, I'm gonna make another record. I'm gonna make another song. I'm gonna make another movie. I'm a great actress. I'm a great singer. I'm a great dancer. I'm great at this stuff. And I'm gonna keep going. And I did. And that's all I did. I just kept going. And I just started working harder and harder than everybody else. And I saw that I was working harder than everybody else. And it started paying off. But more than that, I started believing in myself. I started believing in the fact that I wasn't imposter, that I wasn't a fake, that there was a reason I kept doing this and people kept hiring me. It was like, okay, maybe I am good at this. It took time, and it took me to believe in myself. Maybe that was happening because deep down I didn't believe. But once I started believing, and it was different people in my life at different times who were like, you are good at this. Because then I'd go into the studios and be like, well, you know, I'm not a great singer, and they're like, what are you talking about? And I was like, well, you know, whatever, you know, I don't sing like Aretha Franklin. And they're like, it doesn't matter. You sing like Jennifer Lopez and people love it. And I'm like, they do? She's like, yes. And it's moments like that that you remember, that people just, they plant a seed for you to look at yourself in a better way. And it's those moments that just make you keep going. And it's just about, it's just like the movie, like Maya. Her thinking that this mistake that she made when she was little made her, when she was young, that she didn't deserve any better for her life. And that's not true. Sometimes those mistakes lead you to your exact purpose and where you're supposed to be. And I think that for me, the most important thing is not listening to all the outside voices, but making sure that the voice that I'm speaking to myself, that roommate, is a kind roommate, is a good roommate, is somebody who's always lifting me up like Elaine does every single day. Nobody knows what you can do but you. Nobody can tell you. If I tell you all the people who told me I wasn't gonna act or sing or dance, or I wasn't good at it, or that I should stop or I should quit, or even after I became famous, for doing these things, I would be locked in a house somewhere doing nothing. The truth is, nobody knows what's inside of you. Only you know what's inside of you. Only you know what you can accomplish and what you're capable of, and what your gut and your dreams and your desires and your wants and your ability, you only know. Nobody else knows. So whatever you feel in your heart and in your gut, you should follow that. Follow that. And then if that changes one day, that's fine too. Then you follow that. But you're the only one who knows. Nobody knows.